All right, Miss Dean. All right. With the flash. Welcome to Let's Talk with Gales and Dean. We are back. Better than ever. My man is decked out in some FSU gear. I'm your boy Gales as usual. And to my left is.
You know who it is. You know who it is. Your boy, the insane Mr. Dean with my flash on my game day. How you doing, my black brother, Mr.
Doing
Gales?
well. Doing well as per usual, man. Look, man. It's been a rough one. I forgot to eat. My beautiful daughter made me some noodles. Listen, don't. I'm a snack during the show. All right. You got your
Yep.
flash. I got my bowl. All right. My little ramen bowl. It's
There it
not so
is.
little.
There it
But
is.
yeah, man, I'm doing well. Football
Yeah.
Saturday feels kind of strange, even though I haven't seen any football.
Yeah, how are you a ex-college SEC football player and you ain't seen not a daggum football game? What the hell?
Oh man, it's called being married, 4 kids, juggling a new schedule, trying to add on a new career. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, not even highlights.
Not even
I
damn
swear.
highlight. So anything we
Yeah,
talk about football on here, if when I start talking about your ass, gonna be lost.
you gonna hear me just, hey, how are you? Okay.
I'm glad. I'm glad to see you took off that damn that
Paper
damn
man,
whatever the hell you had on big
starting early.
woolly in September. It's still hot in September, brother. It's still hot in
Listen,
September. That
I'm in
big
the
ass
desert,
thing.
but we keeps it cool. We keeps it cool around
You
here, you
made
know.
me hot watching you watch that. As my brother Brian Zay said, best dress awards go to Dean today. You already know it. We Florida State guys, baby.
Who y'all got today, man? Who y'all got
Uh,
today?
we got Jacksonville State 7 o'clock, man. After we lost a
Jacksonville
tough one to
State.
Notre Dame last week in overtime field goal, but
Oh no,
from where we was a couple of years ago to where we at right now, that loss right there wasn't too disappointing. Notre Dame was a good football team in which they just won on the last second play to Toledo. They had a little bit of hangover. You play a tough physical game like that one week, and then you come back and got to fight hard in the game, you'll have a little hangover. So I'm not too disappointed. We're gonna get that W today, though. We're gonna get it today.
attaboy, attaboy. Look, I'm slick. Almost smacking y'all ear. I slick want to just get Brian on, and have y'all do football talk.
You know you
Yes,
can get him
sir.
on. You know we will, and we'll talk football. We'll talk football. Before we go into
Absolutely.
football, before we go into it, man, we got today is the 20-year anniversary of 9/11. You know, the day that changed America's lives. We was actually teenagers back then when that happened. I can actually remember where I was at when that happened. I was in homeroom class. Miss Lane, the teacher that everybody wanted back then, the blonde head with the big boobs. But
Whoa.
anyway, yeah, I was in homeroom class. We was actually watching Channel One, and Channel One, it just cut out and went to breaking news, and well, my bad, man. That's how I remember the teacher. That's how I remember the teacher. I'm sorry. You know,
You
it's
said
always
homeroom
something you
teacher.
gotta remember.
I was
But
in
anyway, man,
homeroom.
back to the serious topic in hand. I can actually I remember, man, we were watching Channel One and it went to breaking news, and the first plane had already flown into the building. You know, everybody was sitting there dumbfounded, not knowing what's going on, as Mr. Zayden put the emoji with the dripping lip for Miss Lane. That let y'all know that was a bad
Hey,
teacher. But anyway,
hey, get him
um,
out of here.
but anyway, so the first plane had already went into the building. We, you know, everybody just sitting there dazed and confused. You're not knowing what's going on. And then a couple of seconds later, you see this other plane just zooming in, and boom, it went into the building. Us being teenagers in high school, not really knowing that America was under attack, come to find out later on that day that America was under attack. That's a day that changed everybody's lives. You know, they say Al Qaeda and Iraq had something to do with it. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I got my own conspiracy about that. That's for us to have a conversation off of air.
Right,
But
right.
it was a
Today is
day. It was a day that changed America. 20 years, man. 20 years. That's was 20 years ago. And so we have to remember, man, all the people that lost their lives that day. You know, pray out to their families and everything that it changed America that one day. That's a day that it would forever go down in American history.
absolutely, man. That's the president's visit around I like, and not to get political, I just think it's interesting. Like, dare I say, kind of funny, right? You know, you got the Obamas and the Clintons and the Bushes and the Bidens and Kamala Harris, and they're visiting the sites and saying the things they're supposed to say and all the good stuff. It's great. And then what's former President Trump doing? I'm a host of an Evander Holyfield fight, and with a double, what is it? A double main event with MMA. So he is going to be commentating on fights, right?
That's tonight.
I'm pretty sure it's tonight. Yeah, might be going on right now. They're going.
Yeah. Speaking of boxing, man.
Hold on, I can do my 9/11 thing, which is quite boring. I mean,
go ahead. Yeah, my bad. You go ahead.
It's fine. So I was in Miss. I'm not going to even say her name because I'm afraid you're going to do the same thing you did to poor Mrs. Lane there. You and Brian, dadgummit. But was in a homeroom, and like you said, first of all, we need to probably describe to these youngins if they're watching, they stumble upon our little show, what Channel 1 is. I mean, do they still have Channel 1?
I really don't think they have Channel 1 anymore. I don't think this generation would even know what Channel 1 was. Yeah, I don't think they have.
So picture it, kids. We're fresh off of the era of having to roll the TV in, right? You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
When you watch a movie, it'll be on the VCR, DVD player. You had to roll the TV in. So they mounted the TVs on the wall, and we're watching something, and then it breaks into it, breaking news. Something's happening with one of the towers. And we're watching it on fire, and then the report started to trickle in about how, a plane is struck it. Is it accidental? Is it on purpose? We don't know. And then on live TV, we watched the second one just smash into the building. And it was like, this seems like a movie. Like, what's going on? I can just remember the confusion and, the fear. Like, what does this mean? And I can remember, our teacher just kind of like shutting it off and being like, oh, we'll just hang on, and like leaving and going and check on it. So that's one of the craziest things. But one of the better things I like to remember about that is just once we found out that America was indeed attacked, right? The idea that at that moment, black, white, whatever went out the door, and it was America, right? That's the only time in my lifetime that I've seen all of us agree on one thing: whoever did this has got to pay, right? I mean, it was incredible. I haven't seen that many Americans agree on anything since. But yeah, so and I understand there's some conspiracies out there and all that, and we'll let the conspiracy theorists do what they do. But we want to make this a day to remember the very real victims, and their families, and the subsequent victims, from the medical professionals and the emergency professionals, like your firefighters, who suffered complications way down the line and died because they were trying to save people's lives. So that's what I think this day is about. And of course, unity and just a gut check, man. Just remember that at the end of the day, we're all Americans, right? And we need to start talking like it. Right, me and Dean are brothers, so we talk like brothers. We don't agree with everything, and we definitely get after each other. But at the end of the day, it's all love.
All love, and it's all love if I get my damn lighting fixed in this house. So excuse me for a split second because I look kind of dark and you can't see my eyes. So 1 second, you continue to talk. Let me fix this light.
Okay, all right. Let me filibust while he's getting his nose powdered and lighting together. But like I was saying, man, this idea that we've got to work on being more inclusive and more mindful of each other's feelings, thoughts, concerns, whatever it is. Worst comes to worst, we're all just trying to do our best. We're all trying to get somewhere. You know what I mean? Your boy. As your boy say that says, light a candle. Oh, welcome back, Mr. Dean. There we go. You look fine.
I ain't got no damn candle to light.
Pay the man first off. But yeah, so anywho, that's something, let's just keep striving to work together. We can disagree, we can have arguments, we can have a few fights. As I roll back out the solo show, What the Frap, man, I'm gonna try to navigate some very muddy waters, but just understand that I'm doing so out of mostly curiosity and trying to get other people's point of views on many things. So I'm gonna be starting to do some episodes next week, and then my first guest that I'll put out. I have a couple of solos, and then it'll be a guest, right? It's gonna be full-time day trader Craig Jude. Very interesting stuff. So, yeah, man. Looking forward to that.
Cool. Yeah.
So look, as you, I know you want to get into this boxing stuff, man. Tell me, what's your gripe with boxing? As I take a big old bite, which is your cue to talk for a long time. Go.
My gripe with boxing is, man, this doesn't went to, excuse my French, it's done with the shit. That looks. I think I'm gonna make some of that. I'm gonna make some of that. I'm gonna make some of that when I get done. But anyway, boxing that went to shit, man. It's just not. Back when we was coming up on boxing, and even before us, the best fought the best. Ali fought Frazier. Ali fought what is his name? Liston. Tyson fought Holyfield. Tyson fought Lennox Lewis. Tyson fought whoever was at that time the greatest. He didn't back down. But you don't get like it now. All the fighters now, they could be undefeated, both undefeated, but they won't even fight each other. They'll take a lesser fight. So, like, they're just done made boxing go downhill. And now you got these MMA switching over to boxing. Yeah, it's a good money thing. It's a good money thing. But is it really helping boxing? I don't think so. It's hurting boxing because you know yourself, man. Them guys not really in there fighting. They're in there for that check. Are we ever gonna get back to the greats fight the greats? No. Or the best fight the best? No, I don't think boxing ever get back to that. So these kids, this day generation is really getting what can I say? They're not really getting the full experience of boxing. They're actually getting they're getting shambled from boxing because they're not watching the best fight the best. It's just like Earl Spinks so happened to have a little eye cut and didn't want to fight. Now the fight with Manny Pacquiao got, they didn't get the fight, and the other guy stepped in and actually beat Manny Pacquiao. But that's what I'm saying. Like, how come 2 days before you get a little scrape and then you don't want to fight? The same thing for Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is the king over there in London, but he ducked the likes of Deontay Wilder when he was at his top. He ducked the likes of Tyson Fury when he was at his best. He ducked the likes of Luis Ortiz when he at his best. And he taking on these little fighters that he's going to dominate, which he got upset with one when Andy Ruiz actually upset him. But stuff like that, and look how long it took for Wilder and Fury to fight each other. Wilder and Klitschko, they should have fought. So, I mean, it's just like you're not getting the full boxing experience now because the best don't want to fight the best. They're ducking each other to get these big paydays. And if you want to self-proclaim yourself the best boxer, then you got to go out and fight the other best boxer. And then now you got all this crossover with the MMA. And, it's just like when Floyd Mayweather fought when he fought McGregor first. Floyd wasn't in there to really box. Floyd was in there to dance around and get that big, what did he get, like 150 million, and McGregor got 50 million. Them dudes in there to get that money. So you're not getting the full boxing experience no more because if it went downhill and now you're doing all this crossover, it's all about the money now. It's not about the fight. So the generation coming up now, they're not getting the full experience of boxing that we got and people before us got, And then I got a lot of friends that boxed. I boxed. It's just not the same, man. You just not the same, and I don't like it. I mean, I'll watch it. Of course, I'll watch it just because I'm a boxing fan. But it's just not the same. You're not getting the same experience because the best don't want to fight the best. And it's more of a money thing now, which it was money back then, but they actually got in the ring and took on the best. The best fought the best. If you're going to self-proclaim I'm the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, well, you're finna go fight the other undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, and let's unify the championship. Nobody want to unify no more. Everybody want to be the champion of a division, IBF, WBC, WBA. Man, unify it and make it be one heavyweight champion. Just because you're heavyweight champion over here, there's still somebody over here. Let's touch these gloves and knuckle up and see who the best of the best. And we're not getting that. We're not getting that no more. So I think everybody is not getting the full experience of boxing anymore.
So trying to unify the belts at this point, as boxing has 17 weight classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
17 weight classes, 5 major recognized belts, which there are others out there, right? So you got the World Boxing Association, World Boxing Council, International Boxing Federation, World Boxing Organization, and so on. To try to unify those titles now would be like, I don't know, trying to really find a true champion of champions in NCAA, right? The ideal that, you know, give me every conference's champion and y'all play head to head, and then, you know, wither down through a tournament of some sort or a playoff and figure it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really difficult thing to do. Now, when it comes down to people not wanting to fight the best, like, I can't really call it, you know, because, I mean, far be it from me to tell any man that he's afraid when you get in there to box at all. I don't care who you box.
Yeah.
You know, because I did some training myself, and like just stepping in there, man, that's saying something, right? I can't put my finger on it. Like, I don't know, like, for my own opinion, because we'll never know for sure. But in my own opinion, I can't decide whether it's people trying to protect themselves long term and protect their position on top by ducking certain fights. Like, because this is something that's happened forever. But these organizations used to kind of pit people against each other. But right now, I feel like it's more of a, I don't know, it's more of a business thing. Everybody's worried about their brand. And with that, I don't know if I'm that upset at it, especially since all these organizations split up like they are to make certain people a lot of money. And now we're in the age of internet and people understanding that, oh no, I'm not getting paid nearly as much as I am. I'm talking about from Taco Bell and McDonald's all the way up to these professional sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I can't necessarily fault that. I would love to see people just literally, you know, make it a pure thing and go after each other and literally try to decide who's the best. But reality is you really have to just figure out, how can I protect me and my family? How can I make sure I maintain my lifestyle? So I get it, even though I don't like it. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. And plus, we're doing better worldwide in general, right? More people out of poverty, all that sort of thing. So we don't really have that many hungry people who don't have a bunch of options. I mean, you can get on Facebook or, you know, YouTube and do one funny thing and be set for a good long while, right? So there are a bunch more options. Whereas coming up, there was people like, I mean, think about how Tyson was. Like, I'm a street thug. And someone just noticed, like, man, he could be something in this ring, taking him off the street and, you know, guiding him to the champion that he became. So I don't think anybody would have that sort of ferocity, you know, because of, like, life is just better now. I know it's still hard out there for a lot of people, way more people than it should be, but life is better now than it was 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see that same hunger and desperation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you know, it make ton of sense, because, like, I get what you're saying. Like, it's more ways to making money. Like, so you step in the ring now, you ain't really got to go in there and want to kill your opponent, because you still gonna make a good payday, regardless. Even if you lose, now, you make a good payday. I mean, think about it. It was already set on the table when McGregor and Floyd fought. Floyd take most of the pot. It was a $200 million fight. Okay. But $50 million. I don't care what nobody say. Okay, if you already rich, an extra $50 million in your bank account for taking an L, that's a lot of money. Even though Floyd took $150 million, I'm like, I'm straight. $50 million for going in here for 8 rounds. We really not fighting, and you taking $50 million home. That's still a good payday. But like you saying, back then, you really had to get in out of desperation and want to kill this guy to make that payday. There's so many resources now to make money. Like you said, all you got to do is get on YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, do something, and it start trending. And you might set yourself up for the next 5 or 10 years of your life and your family and your kids just for doing something dumb. So many resources that I don't think they take it as serious. Now, somebody like me that's a competitor, even if I took an amateur fight now and get in the ring, I'm gonna try to hurt this son of a gun across from me. That's just the competitive edge in me. Everybody not like it no more. It's done all changed. And I'm not saying you still got some people like that. You still got some people that's competitive, whether it's pickup basketball, flag, softball, daggum tiddlywinks, or NBA 2K on PlayStation 4 or 5. It gets serious. You still got competitive like it, but everybody not like it now because they're not trying to get hurt. You know, so you make a good point on both sides. I get where you're coming from. I just think that you're not getting the full experience of boxing because you'll never see the best fight the best anymore. Like this next fight coming up with Wilder and Fury, the trilogy. Well, look at everything that done happened. This fight was supposed to take place a month ago. You know, and before that, it was supposed to take a place 5-6 months prior. And there's always something coming up that, we got to delay it. We got to delay it. Now this next fight's supposed to be October the 9th. I hope we get to see it, the trilogy. And I hope it's a better fight than the last fight when Deontay Wilder, which I'm a fan of, and I really believe he's going to come back and take a vengeance, went out there and got his ass whooped. Tyson Fury whooped his ass.
Pay the man.
He did. I'm sorry. But Fury, he whooped his ass.
Right.
So I hope he come back and make it a better fight this time. I'm in Wilder corner. I'm on the root for Wilder, but I'm never going to take from Fury that he can't box because Fury is a pure boxer. And now, like our boy Brian Zayden said, boxing done turned into a celebrity death match, basically have. Because you could take, now you got the MMA crossing over. Next, you're going to see celebrities, and we already have some get in the ring and start fighting ex-boxers and stuff. It's all a money thing. It's entertainment, you know.
But that's what I'm
What's
saying.
good, Brian Tanner?
You got this thing. Yeah, what's happening there? Tan Man? That gummit. Thurgood Jenkins? No Cap Podcast. So, look, man. The idea that Logan Paul can... When I say that people don't have that hunger anymore, right? You think about how Logan Paul got in the ring with one of the greatest boxers of all times, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was athletic in high school, and then he, became a YouTube star, and then he parlayed that into fighting your boy Mayweather and making about $20 million. Now, Floyd did make around $100 million all said and done, not just for fighting, but the promotion and all that stuff leading up to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. How can you tell somebody who was just chilling, made a few YouTube videos, and then moving on? How can you tell that person to be hungry and be competitive and go out there after the best, right?
Well, and the thing for Logan Paul, I exempt him from this list of because he actually really want to go into boxing. Like he said it, he I made my money on YouTube. Now I want to. He made his money on YouTube. He actually taking this boxing thing serious, and which I ain't gonna never say he'll be a super contender, but he might get in there and compete with some guys. Like he really, to me, he really wants to get in and show he can knock Floyd out. Of course, Floyd is a defensive fighter, and that's going to be hard to do. But he got in there. He was for real boxing, so I exempt him from it. But the fight with his brother and Tyron Woodley, man, them dudes weren't really in there trying to fight. Tyron Woodley and I'm a big fan of Tyron Woodley. He from right out here where I live at now, St. Louis. He said he was in there really taking the serious, trying to knock it. No, you would, Tyron Woodley. I've seen your knockout powers in your MMA fights. This dude can really knock somebody out. He was in there to get a payday and get out of that ring safe and sound. Said, I didn't get knocked out by a YouTuber. Take my check. And then after the fight, they both say they want rematch. Now they saying, well, we don't want a rematch. Like, it was all for entertainment. Neither one of them was in there for real.
He told that dude, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a rematch if you agree to have my name
tattooed on him.
Yeah, tattooed on him. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, man. It was just all for entertainment.
Some money.
You're right. But it's a money thing. It's a money thing, and that's just today's boxing. We just gotta live with it. Of course, we're gonna tune in to it and see it. It's entertainment, So Absolutely. If you want to be entertained, you're gonna sit in and watch it. But that's just how it is. But I'm just gonna, in my opinion, today's generation and fans of boxing, you're not getting the full boxing experience because you'll never see the best fight the best anymore. It's always going to be some within the contract, some within the negotiation, some within the promotion. Somebody got hurt in this camp, somebody got hurt in that camp. It's always going to be something, and they'll never just lock up and fight again. So,
but it's fine. I mean, the main goal now is entertainment, right?
Yeah, you're right.
As we have more information about what the body does and what the body can take, and And maybe it's not even them being soft. Maybe they're just so specialized, Dean, that it looks really easy and like they're just taking it easy. But man, you look, we saw my little bout. Look, I need to pull that up later on the show. Saw my little like practice sparring section, right?
Yeah.
In some street clothes, looking all fluffy with Wesley, and just the difference in his experience. Like he wasn't trying at all. Like we had a rule, no face shots, even though I slipped up once. Didn't phase him though, you know. So the idea that he just tore me apart. I mean, he just targeted my forearms. I'm thinking, oh man, I'm blocking everything. Nope. When I tell you my arms feel like they're about to fall out, and I had trouble just holding them up.
Yeah.
Right. It's incredible how specialized a person can be. Now look, we gonna what's up to my shout out people in chat real quick. My big sis Mimi boy. Hey.
Yo.
Your boy Tanner. Okay. So we're filibustering for Brian Zaydan. I need him to come on for the next segment. Yeah, Brian. The Z
Need you come on.
Not the T one.
Need you to come on, Brian. Zaydan, you know, one of my fellow best friend, fellow diehard Florida State fan as myself. Yeah, right. We need you to come on real quick, man, and get this debate going. I know you got some stuff to get off your chest, and this is the platform to get it off your chest, buddy. Speaking of getting off your chest, I got to get this off my chest, man. Do something to your damn head.
First of all, pay the man, and don't you worry about my head and all his luscious hair. All right, you just worry about what's left underneath that hat.
Not a damn thing. Look at that, boy.
Right, pay the man again. Disney's never gonna love us.
Slick. Hey, look,
yeah, man.
Disney. Look, they gonna put us on eventually. They can't, because you got a slick bald headed dude and a guy with Jamaican voodoo on top of his head. That's a hell of a combination. They can't help themselves. Yeah. Right. You at least got to get a lineup. Man, let me look. I'm gonna fly out there. I'm gonna give you a lineup.
Look, let me tell you, I'm about to do a little experiment too. Look, I'll give you some more details. Don't worry.
All right.
Put it on the show.
Hey.
Yeah. We'll get there.
At least the beard finally came in a little bit.
No, I still got a bunch of bald spots.
If you line it up though, you'll be able to see it.
Let me ask you this. You got anything else to say other than just rocking me in front of company?
I love you, man. That's what big brothers do to little brothers, man. We just rock your ass all the time.
I hear you.
But in real life, if you wanted to rock me, you probably could, because you're much bigger than me.
No, you're much more shape.
But I'm a lot quicker than you, so I might be able to get away. But if you get your paws on me, I might be in trouble. Remember, I played football with you damn near all our lives.
We way past physical altercations these days. We just try to outwit each other like this. Boom, he's gone. I'm gonna let you close them daggum blinds and get your lights together and be nicer. You're in timeout. Yeah, that's right. I'll put him in timeout. This is how we fight now. But for those of you who like to join us, join the conversation. Right there is the link. I'll put a fresh link. Brian Zaydan, I see you asking me for a link. It is in the comments. Give a fresh one. Boom. There we go. As Dean worried about that. So we're going to move right on into one of our favorite segments. As Dean joins us back. Welcome back, Dean. Now, see, you look good. I can see you just fine. You're good. So let's move right on into Hey. I gotta work on a fade or something, shorten that thing up.
Anywho, oh man, I forgot we back on screen. I was getting down.
I know, man. Get your dance going, man. Tropics, aka trending topics. My man Dean, do you have something this week?
Yeah, I got a trending topic this week, and it ain't even involving sports. Can y'all believe it? The trending topic is President Biden, Brother Biden, as I call him, trying to pass this that if you got over 100 employees, you must be vaccinated to still be employed. This is not going to go over very well with a lot of people. As an unvaccinated person, damn sure ain't gonna go over with me because I'm not taking it. So I'm anxious to see if they will pass this. I know a lot of nurses, they're not agreeing with it. A lot of doctors not agreeing with it because they're not taking them. I know out here in particular, out here in Missouri, a lot of them went to the Capitol building the other day and protested this. I think they're doing it in other states. It's actually people in the Congress who's not agreeing with it. Actually, people in government, you got governors of different states not agreeing with. So this is going to be a hard bill to pass. This is going to be a fight. This ain't going to be something that happen overnight. Will it happen? I don't know. If not, I guess I'll just be getting tested every week because I'm not taking the vaccine. That's my take on that. I don't really care if anybody get upset that I'm not taking it. I'm just not taking it. I'm not looking down on anybody who have took it. I ain't got nothing negative to say about you. I just got my own reasons, my own beliefs that I'm not taking it. So that's my trending topic this week of them trying to pass that mandatory vaccination day.
Right. So it's mandatory vaccinations or the testing?
It's mandatory. If you got over 100 employees, it's mandatory vaccination or people who don't want to be vaccinated. It's
weekly testing.
Weekly testing. Yep.
So I think the first thing we got to ask is, one, do you think it's fair?
Do I think it's fair? Hell no, I don't. But that's my opinion.
Why not?
Because everybody don't want to. Everybody got their reasons. People got their reason for taking the vaccine, but people got their reason for not taking the vaccine. And if I don't want to explain my reasoning for not taking it, I don't think you should throw that on me that's mandatory that I take the damn vaccine. You know, like I said, I'm not looking down on anyone who has it. You got your reason that you want it. I got my reason that I don't want it. But I don't think we should be forced to have to take this. America, Jack. First of all, okay, this is America, the land of the free, freedom of damn speech. We're not a communist country.
Free for who? We both black in America. Free for who, bro?
Well, you know, being a black man in America, that's a different story, different show, different day. We can go over that all day long. But it's supposed to be this is a free country, freedom of speech. We're not a communist country, so how can you mandate and try to force everybody to do something that everybody don't want to do?
So, as we like to do on the show, as my son interrupts the conversation, get out of here, boy, get over here. At least he's being quiet. All right. So I'll put this ridiculous link in the comment section. Ugh, that's rough looking. But I assure you, if you click it, it kind of takes you straight to it. So, okay, we'll do this. What's up, Brian Tanner, back there in the back room? We'll get to you in a minute. Now, this is interesting, especially for no cappers. What do you call your fans? Do y'all fans have names yet?
No cappers. That do sound pretty good.
Just up and down or left and right? Tanner? No cappers. Look, shaking all the luscious lots. We'll bring them on in a minute. But the idea, one, do you believe that COVID is an issue that needs to be addressed? We'll do this piecewise. Dean.
Do I think it's an issue that needs
just COVID, like not talking about vaccines or anything. Do you think COVID is an issue that needs to be addressed?
I mean, well, yeah.
Okay.
My reading thinking how COVID got here.
Right.
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
I mean, that's again, you get into some other muddy waters, right?
Yeah.
The idea is about educating people and making sure they have the accurate information, which is why I put the link in there.
Yeah.
So COVID needs to be addressed. It's frapping up our lives, all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
the ideal of the mandates is get the vaccination if you have 100 people or more, or that's the key word there, or you got to do weekly testing. Okay. I mean, everybody's still wearing masks and whatnot. So, your thoughts on, so that's why I asked, do you think that's fair? Like, you either get the vaccine, if you don't want the vaccine, fine. It's some protocols we gotta keep up with.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
bring on Tanner.
I'm not even mad about like if I don't get it that you making me weekly tests. I guess I just have to get used to getting that damn thing jammed up to my brain. But I'm not getting that needle stuck in my arm getting that vaccine.
Yeah.
That's me. I don't want it. I don't look down on anybody who have it. I got my reasoning that I don't want it, and me and you have went back and forth with this all day. We've talked about 2 hours of why I don't want it.
Here's the thing. This is
what up, Brian?
This is how we probably should. What's happening, Ted?
What's going on, fella?
This is how we should be having this conversation because I'm a vaccinated person. I like how you said that. I'm an unvaccinated person. I ain't never heard you so proper, my daggone life. Your boy's so ready for this debate. I've been trying to keep it off the show. He wants to do it. All right.
He been doing some reading.
Oh yeah.
I can read. Hey, you remember on what was it, the program? What he said, F you, dope boy. I can read. You see this shoe? It says Adidas.
Oh, that's great, man. No, that's why I asked you why you got your flash, man, with all the credibility of the world.
You know, when people start drinking, they start getting honest.
Oh man, so I'm a vaccinated person. Dean is not a vaccinated person, but we're not sitting here tearing each other down like we hate each other. Hey, that's his choice. That's my choice. We've talked about why he hasn't and why I have. Right, Mr. Tanner, your thoughts on this new possible mandate that hasn't been written into law?
My opinion on it, as I've stated before, I am vaccinated. I think, just my opinion, I hold no grudges against anybody that's not vaccinated. It's your personal choice. But in the grand scheme of everything, this is only something that's going to get worse in the long run. Now, whether or not you believe it's real or fake, look at the death toll. I've been watching the Spike Lee's documentary series, and COVID has killed more people than World War II and World War I combined. If that don't make you wake up and realize that, hey man, this is something serious that's affecting everybody, then you gotta sit down and think about this, man. I mean, in the grand scheme of everything that's going on, this is causing a lot of people to lose work. There's a lot of family members that has died and passed because of. There's a lot of kids that's sick. There's a lot of other family members that's sick. I mean, to beat this, for us as a nation to beat this, this is something that has to be done. They're going to have to mandate this for everybody to get vaccinated to finally to nip this in the bud. Because just like, think of it, today is Saturday and we are all football fans here. You go see an Alabama football game. That's 110,000 people in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
Think of how many people is probably there now today that's not vaccinated. That's just passing it to the next person that's right next to them. They could potentially get sick and pass from this. This is something that everybody's going to have to bite the bullet and have to go get vaccinated for. Unless you just are okay with something to get stuck up your nose every single week. And me personally, I'm not with that. I don't want nothing going up my nose besides my finger, and I don't even want that up there half the time. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not with that.
That's the thing, man. So that's the thing. That's the thing, bro. We really trying to figure out a way to beat the virus. And yes, on the left side politically, they have politicized this thing. On the right side, they've politicized this thing. But what was I looking at? Like, me and Tony got a show tonight. We're gonna discuss this. I hope you don't mind me kind of giving a sneak preview, right? But the idea of like, how much money do y'all think y'all need to be in the top 1% worldwide?
How much money?
Yeah, how much do you need to be making to be in the top 1%? Just a guess.
Oh, you got to be over the 7 digits mark at least.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I don't know. That's a tough one.
I ain't good at math, so hell, I ain't even finna try to guess. Shit, I just need to be all right.
No, it's all good, man. So according to
shit, I'm just be honest with you. I ain't good at math. Shit.
I wish I could tell you. This ain't no cap, bro.
Look.
We courting Disney over here, Mr. Tanner.
We got no cap on the damn show, and I just no capped your ass. I don't know because I ain't good at math, so I don't know.
Look at that. He got all that. So there you go. Yeah. So $4.4 million. Dean, are you making $4.4 million?
Well, hell no. Shit, that's why I'm trying to do this shit and come up.
I don't know. Anybody in the comments making $4.4 million?
And if somebody I know, you making $4.4 million and you done left your boy hanging, we're going to have a long goddamn talk next time I see you. You understand? Because all I need is about 10,000. Give me 10,000. I'll be all right.
Need that. I'm not even greedy. Just break me off about 50 grand. I'm straight.
About 50 grand.
That's what I'm saying.
You got a mortgage.
Give me 10, man. I'll take 10. Yeah.
Look, as appreciate it, Black, man. Don't worry about it. Watch it on the rebound.
Shout out to Black.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Downtown Jeremy Brown, what we call him.
So my thing is, none of us are in that top 1%, but here we are having this very difficult conversation. What's happening out there, especially what the media is propping up, is a bunch of people acting crazy. Man, I stumbled across a show a channel on YouTube. Me and my wife did. It was Karen's in the Wild, and a lot of it is revolving around this mask stuff. But it's never I ain't vaccinating, you ain't jabbing my arm. It's I ain't wearing a mask, right? It's like we gotta have some kind of compromise. Like me personally, I would have everybody stuck, and I'll deal with the consequences. I'm saying if I had that position of power, sorry, you know what I mean? He said no, I like pink. So get out the comments, bro. Focus.
My bad, man. I'm listening, y'all. I got to interact. I got to interact with everybody.
I got you. Yeah, you do that with your mouth though. You talk and they comment. We'll work on this, man. But the ideal is you have these conversations and that's fine. But a good compromise is where both people walk away without getting everything, right? Mm-hmm. I want everybody jabbed and staying away from each other for 28 days. Like we should have nipped this in the bud worldwide, period. But we can't do that as humans, So on the other side, I need you to be okay with following some protocols if you decide not to do the vaccine. That's all I'm saying.
So let me ask y'all this. Okay, we're hearing about the rise in the numbers and corona and stuff in America. We ain't hearing about nothing in the other countries. It's like shit. It's like they're not back to normal, but they damn near back to normal. I mean, what the hell did they do?
No, they're not though.
No,
that's the thing. You ought to know. You ought to know just as much as I do, Dean. We both work in the automotive. Do you still work in the automotive industry?
Unfortunately.
Okay, then. So exactly, 90% of our parts are coming from third world countries.
Yeah, I know it.
Like I am right now. We've been shut down for almost 3 weeks to a month now, waiting on parts from Malaysia. Now,
I'm on shut down right now.
The vaccine just like exactly. They don't have the vaccine coming in waves and it's free just like we do. So they're fighting the same struggle as we are today, but it's not on the grand scheme and it's not being publicized like we are.
Yeah,
right.
But
that's right. Because
they're still going through it too.
The people who don't want it publicized, they make way more money if they just keep us poor people and broke people, will say. And I mean that relatively, right? Because we just talked about worldwide to be in the 1%, that's $4.4 million. Right? That's $4.4 million. It's our beautiful fans love wrecking us. God, dog, boy. Savage.
Hey, Black. Y'all, that's all right, Black. Don't go lose to Washington tonight, because I'm going to be on your ass, buddy.
Ooh, boy. Pay the man.
Paul.
You owe so much money, Dean. Oh, my God.
I know
it's ridiculous.
By the time we get our first check, it'll be gone. Shit.
First one.
As soon as I get on here, Dean start acting like his real self.
This is me.
Class, bro. He's been like that since week one.
Hey.
I can't lie. I give him that much. He's been this difficult since week frapping 1.
Bro, I don't know how the hell to be politically damn correct. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You wouldn't like me if I was politically correct. If I was politically correct, y'all wouldn't even probably talk to me no damn more.
Pay the man. My bad. Regardless, Dean.
Hey, at least I cut him down. It ain't the big cuss word no more. It's only damn and shit.
Pay the man twice.
Yeah, you can get away with that on TV now.
You see what I'm saying? Tanner? This is what I'm doing. So understand what Tanner's saying there. Like if you watch the wave of this, like especially the new variant, and as viruses mutate, they change in every single person. They show up all different ways. God, dog. Get off my look. People are on you today, Dean. He said you're consistent.
Yeah.
Hey man. That's not being on me. Man. That's just people who done got YouTube been knowing me damn my whole life. Yeah. But people who've been on this show, you get to know me from this show. So it's the same shit every week. I don't switch it up.
Well, no more flash for you on the show, bro. Look, it's all right, man. We'll have a civilized conversation.
Wow.
What happens, Dean? What happens is if you watch the trends from around the world, right? You see all these countries starting to shut down. You see the increase. Then you see it on the eastern coast, right? The East Coast, as Georgia was shutting their school districts down because they had outbreaks, right? Not very much talked about because they were very much, we don't want your vaccine or your mask mandates. Get out of here. And down there in Florida with Governor DeSantis, same thing. But these are the same people who are asking Biden for medical relief. The same states that are asking people, hey, put your surgeries off because we don't have enough room in the hospitals for you because of all these COVID cases. So that's fine. I don't know what to say about that with them, but all I'm saying is I think the vaccination is great. So far, 4 out of 6 in my house have, taken it. Like we let our girls decide for themselves as well. But the ideal is if you're not going to take it, you will have that daggone mask on. You will not be just everywhere and out, as we get Dean, as he gets his, hey, Dean, welcome back, man.
He come back
But
smiling.
hey, we'll let Mr. Tanner get out of here with a final comment on all this stuff before we move to the next segment.
Like I said, man, it's to get ahead of this and to get in front of it. It's something that I think we honestly really have to do. I mean, because at the end of the day, if you don't do it, you're putting yourself and loved ones at risk, of getting sick and potentially passing. And nobody wants that, A lot of people that are definitive on it, yes, a lot of people have it due to history of what has been shown, especially in the Black community, of getting vaccinated for different things, And some of our Caucasian brethren, they don't want to do it because of just the simple fact of who they tend to follow. Some of them are just definitive on who they follow, and they're going to follow him regardless of what happens. Putting a mask on should be the easiest thing in the world to do if you don't want to get the vaccination. That should be the easiest thing for you to do is just putting the mask on. You've already done it once, you can do it again. And I hate to say it like this, but some of our Caucasian brothers, their grandparents put masks on when they didn't have to. So it shouldn't be that easy for you to put a mask on to protect yourself. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, to beat this and get ahead of it and eventually get back to square root one and get back to normal, you're going to have to bite the bullet, man, and do what's right for yourself and do what's right for your family to get back to where it's supposed to be. Because if you don't, the worst is going to come, and then you'll see when it actually happens, when it happens to you or happens to somebody in your family. And nobody wants to see that.
Man, appreciate you coming on, Mr. Tanner. You can hang out in the back room or watch us regular. No cap
I always
podcast.
Appreciate you coming on, brother. You already know you're welcome to the show anytime. Anytime, brother.
Love.
So, man, look, bro, I think the hairs have it today, right? The two people with hair, on one side of this debate, one bald dude. Maybe you can get Black on and he'll have your back. I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, yeah. He ain't gonna have my back. Me and him had the discussion too. We ain't gonna have my back on nothing.
But the idea, I mean, it's just do the best you can. Like nobody wants to go through any of this crap, but like they're shutting down all these plants worldwide that affects us here in America. You personally, Brian Tanner, personally, right? Mm-hmm. I work with elderly people. It affects me personally. I don't want to wear that stupid mask anyway. I'm fully vaccinated and still got to wear that stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's just all of us trying to do the best we can. But look, the other Brian, Zayden is having some technical difficulties, man. So we're going to push that one debate back. I'm going to push this back for all time until he gets on here and has this conversation with you.
All right.
Until then, let's move on into this silly thing. Challenge of the week. Oh, that's so stupid. Oh, yeah. So, yes, the T is silent. Cows, as we call them. Challenge of the week. What you got for us this week, Mr. Dean?
Well, my challenge of the week this week, it was going to be the challenge of the week for last week because, last week was the holiday weekend and everything. So I know people got out, ate bad, drank good, everything else. So my challenge this week is steaming off last week because I know I did, but I actually worked on this all during the week. I want you to try to burn anywhere from 500 to 1,500 calories a day for 5 days.
I'll do that standing up, man.
Yeah, that's not asking much.
It's for 300, man. That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, that's not asking much, man. But try to do that for 5 days, man. Get all the bad that you ate and drank, get it out of you, man. So you'll feel good for that next week. Be more energetic, more alive. Just more upbeat. Get all the bad that you did over the weekend out of you, and so you'll be prepared for a good week. It's not asking much, man. That's just a workout a day for 5 days. I'm with the physical part of this challenge of the week. And we're going to start taping this us doing these things, because I don't want y'all to think that I just give y'all these challenges and I'm not doing it, because I am.
Listen.
I'm gonna start a video of mine. Mr. Gale over here gonna video his. He has to, because this is our show and we can't throw this stuff at y'all if we ain't doing it. So you got to see us do it. But that's my challenge of the week to you guys. Let's see. Over to you, Mr. Gale. What you got for us, buddy?
So look, first of all, I want to address that to the people. I'm not going to talk to you right now. I'm looking at the people. Okay. I think Dean is trying to kill me. I need y'all to be watching out for me, check up on me. You know what I'm saying? I think he's trying to kill me. He always doing some stuff that's directly directed at me. I feel like he's trying to kill me. You know, I made one joke about his bald head and he ain't let it go since. So please, prayers, you know, phone calls, whatever you got to do, man. Share this video, wink, right? Do what you got to do, man, to keep me in the spotlight, to make sure that Dean ain't trying to get rid of me. I can't believe you, bro.
Hey, man.
Look, how many calories? How many calories?
500 to 15,000. I mean, 1,500. My bad. I'm sorry. 500, 1,500. Yeah,
man. Bro, trying to kill me. Trying to kill me.
And I'm not trying to kill you.
I ain't done a pull up since elementary school.
Check this out. Look, I want you around for a long time, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So this is just me looking out for you being healthy. And that's to all our viewers and the people who follow our show. I want everybody to be around a long time, be healthy, man. You know, just hey. And if you ain't did it in a while, if you ain't worked out nothing in a while, it ain't something. It ain't no overnight success. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to get the results as fast as you want them. It's just something you have to keep doing. You have to keep grinding at it every day. And I promise you, you'll see the results and you'll see the difference.
Hey man, frap you, D. You trying to kill me? That's all that is. So look, my main man usually handles the physical. I try to do something mental. The debate that we had today about this vaccine thing, my boy Dean. As soon as he said what he said, I did this. This was supposed to be my challenge, and I got to use it in real time. I literally Googled Joe Biden trying to force us, to get vaccines, and then I Googled, Joe Biden is trying to, help vaccines. So it's a weird thing. One positive, one negative way for the same thing. One turned out to be false, just somebody trying to make $1. By an honest buck by being dishonest, right? The other one showed the full article of the actual law he's trying to pass, which is the either or. So it's not everybody has to get vaccine if this law passes. Is if you have 100 more workers, get the vaccine, or weekly testing, and of course everyone's doing protocols. So this is what I want y'all to do. Anything y'all feel outraged about, or confused or sad or mad about, I want you to try to look at 2 different sources. Literally, Google it, and then maybe not even go to the first 10 results. But after that, you find 2 separate sources, just like we had 2 in high school. Now I get why we do that, to see if what you're about to say on Facebook, Twitter, IG, whatever, to see if you're accurate. Because there are plenty of people out there trying to scam and come up based on misinformation. But I care about you, our wonderful audience. I care about you, Dean. Just make sure we're fact checking ourselves and then making whatever statement we think is fair. And with that, as usual, I'm going to leave it to Dean. Last word before we get up on out of here.
All right, people. Last word. We're going through some crazy times right now in today's life. It don't seem right. Everything seems unreal. It's something new every day. We're fighting this virus. It next with each other. This is a time to come together. This is a time to love each other. I don't care what color you are, black, white, red, yellow, blue. I don't care, male, female, dog, species. I don't care. Love each other. The time for hate is over with. We got to come together as one to beat everything that's going on in the world. And once we all do that, I think it'll be a big change and a big outcome of everything for the good. I love your people. Check on your people. I don't care if it's nothing but 1 minute or pick up a text, say, hey, how you doing? If we can pick up that phone and get on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, etc., checking our status, getting on TikTok, looking at videos, then you can pick up that phone and call or text somebody that you love, that you're close to, childhood friend that you just met, mother, father, cousin, aunt, anybody. Call and check on them. Me and my homeboys, we talk at least once or twice a week. We just pick up the phone and call each other, and we just get on the topic. It ain't got to be long. Just just knowing that they're there for you, because you'll never know what somebody is going through, and just that one conversation can help that person. So love each other. As my boy Jamarcus just said, got to come together. I love that. That's what I'm leaving on. Peace and love. Holler at y'all next week.